Well, happy Friday, tubers. I didn't get out yesterday because I had to go to the doctor, but it rained all morning. But Terry got to stay home from work, and he got to come through here yesterday, and he picked 300. That was the best day out of here so far. That beat my 203. But man, the creek really got up big time. Big time. So it may be a little harder crossing our other water spots, but I'm gonna do my best. And this is the first big maple. I've been finding them around, but usually you'll come to it and there's a bunch around it. And when I woke up this morning, Jeff City said they were 37 degrees. But I know before I went to bed last night at 10 o'clock, it was still 45. And I'm pretty sure these come out in the first so many hours of darkness. That's why once it gets to 1 o'clock and drops temperature, most of them are already popped up. But it's even spitting little snowflakes this morning. So it's got to be a little colder than 32 down here. I don't know if you can see it. It's kind of real light at the moment. But Terry said once it quit raining, by the time he got on to the next spot, he said there was people down here everywhere. Everywhere. So I left the house. I woke up a little late, got ready, and friggin' jammed out here. Before I got my coffee going, poured a cup to go. And usually every morning I gotta have a full pot of coffee before I do anything. Well, I know I've said before, arrowheads will probably be the death of me. Actually, it'll probably be mushrooms. Oh, because I even feel like dog crap this morning. Still hurting like hell. But I don't care. I gotta get out here and pick these babies before a bunch of other people get out here. Like I said, there's about 6 of us, but Terry said yesterday there was quite a few people he seen down here he had never seen before. So it's time to rock and roll. I'll turn it off and hopefully I pick more than one today. And sorry about the wind. My cotton and tape is in my Arrowhead bag. So I'll have to try and block the wind as much as I can. I can't believe it's snowing this morning, but there's one fresh gray in there, but I'm finding some that we left to grow. But this one here is definitely a fresh white common that I know Terry wouldn't have missed for sure, because we always comb this little spot real heavy. In the bag you go, come on, get in there. And he picked 150 something off of each island yesterday. He had over 300. So I know he wouldn't have missed that one. But boy, they sure didn't come up thick. That's for sure. Or I should have at least had 30 or something in my bag so far. Not just a handful. Nothing back that way. Well, I'm going to try to keep this video short. Man, that last one being 43 minutes. That's probably my longest video. Let's see if we can find it. Well, I'll tell you what, I think it is going to be a real good year. Even this two cold nights last night, tonight's even supposed to be colder. It's going to set them back a little bit. If people remember, I said they come around sycamores every other year. Well, I never usually find them around sycamores until the great big whites come out. But this is going to be the second time I've picked some common whites around the sycamore. Now there is a little ash tree and stuff there, but It's hard to say if the little ash grew 'em or the sycamore grew 'em, but I picked one on the other side of it. So I'm saying the sycamore grew 'em. Awesome. And them are fresh overnight, because Terry said the ones that got rained on yesterday hard were some of the dirtiest he had ever picked. He said they cleaned up good, but he had to use his sink sprayer or something like that to wash them all up good, which once in a while you get a real dirty one. You got to use the sprayer with, get all the dirt washed off them good. But usually it ain't that bad. Well, my arch nemesis is already out here somewhere. Heard him take off in his boat when I was in the other spot. And when I got on my way to my parking spot here and seen he had dumped his boat in and took off, I'm just hoping he's way up river today and out crappie fishing first, or up in his favorite shroom hole. Ooh, ooh, look, there's a little bitty live action this morning right there, sitting off of that ash tree right there, and I'd call that fresh. So, to see, I know I mentioned it before, that if it stays up to 50 till midnight or a little later and then drops down to cold, they'll still come out. Well, Jeff City said 37, but for it to have been spitting snow flurries earlier, we had to be a little colder than that. But the ground temperature is still warm. And the killer thing is that sun coming out today is really going to warm the ground up. So even with it getting cold tonight, it shouldn't hurt them. This sun should put a big helping on them. I'm just hoping it doesn't get down to 32 or 33 like they're saying. Put a hard frost on the ground. That won't hurt them. It'll just slow them down. That's all it does. And then when them warm nights come back, they start coming back out thick again. Well, we'll get off here and see what we can find. Look at this nice big common right here. I just picked this one a little ways over there. Bent down to pick it and seen that one. Oh yeah, that's a nice 3-incher. 3.5 inches. Sorry. I shut the camera. See this burnt tree right here? I've been waiting days for it to grow some, and I just picked 6 down this side. I wasn't going to turn the camera on, and then I got to looking over here. And look at this thing. Look at the size of there. There's one over there. Look at the stem on that dude. Get all that off there. Keep doing circles and keep looking behind you. These big ones are hard to miss. They do have some leaves hiding them, but you still gotta look hard, because you may see one 20 feet away from the tree. Oh. And I know these are all fresh overnight. Terry wouldn't have missed these yesterday at all. There's no way he would have missed them. No way he would have missed this batch. Well, I gotta shut this down and circle this tree some more, because I just lost one out in front of me somewhere. I'm gonna have to step back to see it. Well, gotta shut her down. Well, when I heard that boat quit a couple times, I was afraid March Nemesis got on this corner, which he may have. But I picked a couple back there. Look at this one hiding under this log. Nice, big, fresh one. Oops. Let the camera drop. Yeah. Yeah. Mushroom. Ah. Oh, they smell so Check out this one. Going right up off this little stick. Growing right up out of the moss. Don't smell mossy to me. It smells morelish. Morelish. That can get full, huh? Some good sized ones in there too. Good deal. Thank you, Great Spirit, for the mushroom harvest. I sure appreciate it. I appreciate everyone you lead me to find and pick. Thank you, and thank Mother Nature for the finest delicacy of eating. Oh, they are that. Boy, I just love it when you can spot them big ones from a distance. And I've probably still 15 feet back here and seen that big old boy poking up. And every time, oh, see? Look, that one had me so distracted. I walked right past this gray right here. And I know he's one we left to leave grow because he's got a great big stem. And I remember this tree. But who we got here going by on boat? Is that my arch nemesis? Or is that just some regular fisherman? Look at this. And I mean, it was 37 degrees this morning. That's a fresh one. Terry knows his trees. He knows all this just like I do. If that was up yesterday, he would have picked it. Look at all the fresh mushroom bugs on it. It's okay. Hot water and salt water. Wash them mushroom bugs right off. See, I just heard that boat slow down. Maybe even shut off. But I already picked him up there. So it's not going to do him any good. And see, I walked that edge earlier and come so far in, and now I'm zigzagging back and forth on this side. No, I still hear him going. Wow. Well, I circle and look around. There's another little gray we left to grow. Probably growed twice this size. And that's one you'll have to hit with the washer sprayer. Get all that friggin' dirt out of them. Which, I can't remember if Terry said he went to the other spot yesterday or not. Oh dang, can't be losing that. My friggin' medication falling out. Got that pocket zipped up, got my phone in there, and everything else in there. But I'm gonna go hit a spot after this spot that's still down here. It's just a certain island we don't hit until they've been growing up a few days on these, because it just doesn't seem like it grows them right away like the rest of them do. But after a few days, they usually start popping on it pretty good. So we could spot us a little live action around this tree. Figured that them two there had to be another great big yellow, but I don't see it. I'm trying to keep my film short today, so till we find some. I mean, we do some crazy stuff for arrowheads. Look at this crazy stuff. And I think the water's come up since I come across. I'm probably gonna have to hold my jacket up. But see, I know the path through here so well. Because if you go just a little that way, you'll be in a hole. If you go just a little that way, you'll be in a deep old hole. And you probably wouldn't like it very well. Because you'd probably end up soaked. Not too bad right here. But boy, I tell you what, I'm getting worn out fast in these waders. And I'm getting hot. But I ain't done with them yet. So, wish I wouldn't have forgot my cotton this morning. I knew today was supposed to be windy. All I had to do is grab it out of my Arrowhead bag. But I gotta shut this off and pull my jacket up or I'm gonna get it wet up here. Now, if this isn't too cool, this is just too cool. I only picked a few through there, and it actually crossed over there. And the only reason I picked this spot to come across was because it looked easy getting across the bank and looked easy over there to get back up on the bank. And headed home. But boy, I didn't just step in the water. And look what I found. And there is not very many found here. I mean, very few. This is such an odd spot. I mean, it kicks them out. Hell, up the creek ways, there was a little overhang that they used to dig in a bunch before conservation got onto them. I had never dug in it. It was dug in way before I ever started digging. Come on, Sack, hold still. I don't want them falling in the water. I would stick my camera in there, but I'm just kind of wanting to keep it dry. But boom, that's an Arrowhead. Just a little bit off of that ear. Some kind of Adena. Man, look at the colors in that thing. Thank you, Great Spirit, for this awesome day. Oh, I appreciate everything you give me. First, you give me a nice sack of mushrooms, and then you let me find a nice Arrowhead. That's just too awesome. That is just so awesome. What an awesome, stellar day. I love it. Now I gotta go home and rest. I mean, rest. That's why I ain't been online a lot. It's hard to be online and lay in bed. And that's what I gotta do after doing all this, because it beats me up. But boy, that just made my day, man. Awesome. Too awesome. Come on. Well, here's today's full count. 98 and 1 Arrowhead. And some pretty nice sized commons too, but still some old grays. Mushroom time of year, that's what your refrigerator should look like. Bowls and bowls of mushrooms. But I'll bag them up and I'll condense a bowl down. None of them will probably get to water until them get 8. And it's okay to keep them in a plastic bag in your refrigerator without hitting them with water, but make sure you change your plastic bag every day. Or use 2 of them and take your outside one and make it your inside, and then take your inside one, flip it inside out. Otherwise it'll start getting a bunch of moisture in there with them, and you leave them sitting there for 2-3 days like that, it'll ruin them. Just a little word of advice. Thanks for coming along and enjoying the shrooming. And 1 killer Arrowhead too. How about that? Wasn't even expecting it. Them's the ones we really love. Awesome.